What's going on, guys? It's YGO Milk here, coming at you with my first video on YouTube. I'm doing a little deck profile on a live twin Fiendsmith that I used in locals. Um, it's pretty good. I liked it. I like how I could play around some hand traps. It's really good end board. I think the only downside about it is it's really prone to like destruction. And like honestly, one forbidden droplet like kills you. But other than that, it's a really strong deck. I have a lot of fun with it. But I figured I'd come on here, give you guys a little deck profile and some combo guides. So let's get into it and go from the main deck. So starting off, we do your 1 card combo, 3 live twin skill. This card's good because this gets you into your full combo. It's a 1 card combo just by itself. Get you DD Wave Hiking Caesar or a Desiree. Get you About and Triple Sunny. So I think it's really cool. As well as it gets you an extra body on the field. I think that's a cool plus. Next, we got 3 Kiss Kill Frost. Another 1 card starter, I'd say, because it's a Kiss a Kill and you need a Kiss a Kill to get into your Link 1. I think it's really nice. This one's also really nice because if you open up with Kiss Kill Leela, if you have this in your hand, then you could just special summon this, and then boom, you get instant access to your full engine. As well as the additional effect where if this is in graveyard and your opponent adds cards from their main deck to their hand, I think it's really nice that you get to banish this and just draw a card. It's a good little draw one. Next we got 2 Sweet. This card's good. I run it at 2 because it's nice to, like, say you have your 1 card starter in your hand and then you have the continuous spell. It's nice to like use that continuous spell to add like an additional like protection, because this is also an in-hand Omni. So I think it's nice to run 2 just so, because you send 1 as well as you have 1 for like protection. So then I run the 1-ofs, Treat and Leela. This one could be a 1-card starter, but it can get stopped pretty easily unless you have like Kiss Kill Frost and everything. But it's good. I mean, I wouldn't run it at 2. I just like it at 1 because it sucks to draw it sometimes. I have Treat for like additional like follow-up and some more like pushes and everything. But this is my lineup for the monsters. Then I got 3 Snitch. This is your 1-card. This is also a 1-card starter. This adds you the Kiss a Kill, which then you go into combo there. Or this could add you your Omni, which I think is very nice. And also the summoning burn that it does is really nice. Then I run 2 passwords. The passwords are nice because say like your stuff gets stopped or anything and you at least control both the Kiss Kill and a Leela monster, then you can just use this to get more follow-up. So like you would either add a monster or you'd get the Omni, and then the Omni is just protection for you to combo off still. So that's all I have for my live twin. Next, you got your generic Fiendsmith engine, 3 engraver, 2 tracked, 1 lacrima, 1 lurry, and 1 paradise. You don't need more. You could run less. It's more up to you if you want to run less, do more hand traps or anything, but I find this to be very useful, very good balance of cards. So I wouldn't really change much about it. So this is my lineup for the Fiendsmith. Next we'll go into the 1-ofs. I'm running 1 call by. Oops, sorry. Let's see if you can see that. 1 call by. 1 triple tactics talent. And the 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Good for back row. Good to either look at your opponent's hand, steal one on the field if you're going second, or I mean if you just need the additional draws, this is a really good one. Obviously you guys know what call by does, so it's my 1-ofs. And then last, the hand traps. I run Your generic ones, 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Nib, and 3 Imperm. I wouldn't really run other ones. I think I might substitute. I might add 2 more in. I might put in like 2 Molch armies, to be honest, because I mean the deck list I have now is good, but let's just say, yeah, I'll proxy these for now, like 2 Charmies, because they're your generic hand traps and they're pretty good into the meta now. So those are my hand traps. Let's go on to the extra deck. Extra deck, I'm running just the one ofs. Running 1 Evil Twin Kiss a Kill, 1 Kiss a Kill Deal, 1 Trouble Sunny, and 1 Evil Twin Leela. You don't need 2 of anything because I feel like these where they're at are good. You could go for a second one of this, but with the amount of times you shuffle it back, you really don't need to. So I feel like just one ofs are nice. Next, you have your Fiendsmith lineup. You got the 1 sequence, 1 Fiendsmith sequence, 1 Fiendsmith Lacrima, 1 Requiem, 1 Desiree, and 1 Agnum Day. I wouldn't need to go more just because these are what you need. Don't really need more than this. You could substitute out Lacrima, say, if you want to go for like another, like, I personally would go with Chaos Angel just because, but I don't have Chaos Angel. I would go with Chaos Angel because that's a good way to like board or just get rid of some stuff that can't be like, that you can't get rid of. So, but this is my Fiendsmith. Next, we got the one ofs. We got the Abow. Very essential for the deck. You go into this really often, and this gets you a lot of follow-up. So this is a good one. Next, I have Gorgon for your tower monsters. I like this one because I just summon it, then just wipe out their towers. Say they're going against Lunalight or Mitsu or just any of the tower decks like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, any of those. Then I got SP. Yeah, it's SP. Necroquip Princess for Caesar. Caesar, yeah. So Necroquip goes into your Caesar line. So those are my one ofs. All the extra deck mainly gets used. I think the ones that I don't really use that often are probably Agnum Day, but Agnum Day gets used quite a bit of the time, just if I'm like we're in round 3 or something. But for the side deck, I'm running 2 Droll. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see. 2 Droll, 3 Retaliating Sea for the decks that use their graveyard a ton, like Mitsu or Sword Soul or Draco Tail, for example, or Yummy. Yeah, this is really good into all the meta now. We got 3 Bestials. Again, I'd say go with Chaos Angel. Substitute any one of those out to go with Chaos Angel, because then you got your Bestials, which then you could just use your Bestials and a Lacrima and going straight into Chaos Angel. So I think it's really nice. These are really good hand traps into Mitsu and all like stuff that need their graveyard or monsters that need to be in their graveyard. This is really good, and they're good additional interruptions. I'm running 3 Metal Tronus for the mirror matches because your mirror matches suck, but this makes it to where it's a little bit easier to go against them. So next we got 2 Raigeki and 2 Dark Hole. Good little board destruction. I find they're really nice, but you could change them out for whatever you like. I just prefer this. Next, let's get into some combos. So let's say you draw into Kisko. So this by itself is a 1-card starter, can get you your 3 different card setups on the field plus an additional interruption in the grave. So you'd start off normal summon Kiss to Kill. If you open Tract or Engraver, you always want to do this one first, because this can bait out hand traps. So say it can bait out an Ash or it can bait out an Imperm. Just because you don't need the additional body on the field to still go your full combo. It's just nice to normal summon this and then do the effect, because that effect can bait out an Ash or an Imperm or a Veiler. So you go Kiss to Kill, effect, summon, and if the Ash, Veiler, or Imperm, that's okay, because you could still fully go full combo. So you'd go that, summon out your Leela. From here, you'd link off. You go into your Kiss to Kill deal. Now this is not an on summon effect. This is just an effect that you can activate whenever. So you'd go deal. Summon out. Or send to graveyard. Sweet. Now this is what I mean by it's nice to have 2 of these, because say you have Trouble Sunny in hand, you would activate Trouble Sunny like when you normal summon, and then that would get you an additional Sweet. So like this would be in your hand, and then if they try and interrupt you, you could just send this to grave, and then it's an additional interruption or protection, I'd say, because in hand on me. So, and cool thing is deals effect, when it dumps it, you can also you also get the additional effect where if they try and interact with your monsters, you draw a card. So more draws upon draws upon draws. It's really nice. Then you go Sweet effect while it's in grave, because you control a Kiss to Kill monster, summon it back. Now since deal is a Light Fiend, you can link this off. You can go into Requiem, and then you get your full Fiendsmith line. So then you need to go Requiem. Requiem would get you Lacrima. Lacrima effect, obviously, to dump Engraver. And then you'd go Engraver effect, shuffle back deal. And that's why I mean, like, you don't need 2 deal. 2 of the Kiss to Kill monsters, because some of them are Light Fiends, so you could just use Engraver to shuffle them back constantly. Right here, you don't have to... Oop, I put Requiem in the wrong place. It's supposed to be in the grave. You don't have to go the way I'm going, because the way that I'm going is you would summon Sequence, then summon Lacrima. Lacrima will summon Engraver, and then you go DDD Wave Hurricane Caesar. You don't have to do that. You can just go Necroquip Princess into that, but I like to go this way because it's nice to be able to just burn your opponent for 1200, just to give them, like, punch them for that additional damage. So I would go these 2, those 2 for Sequence, and then Sequence effect will shuffle back your Engraver and your Requiem. For Lacrima, I just completely forgot that I sent the wrong ones. Instead of Requiem or Engraver, you would actually send Lacrima and then shuffle back Lacrima. That's my apologies. Yeah, and then you'd have these 2 go into Caesar. And then from here, you would just go these 2 into Fiendsmith, Leela. Leela effect will summon back Kiss to Kill. You'd link these 2 off into a Kiss to Kill, and then you'd summon back your Leela, link into Trouble Sunny. Trouble Sunny effect to tribute to summon back up to 2 Leela or Kiss Kill Link monsters. And then here is nice because if you're going second, you can chain these. But what I like to do just going first is just get the additional draw. So you would just get the additional draw and be an Ash. And then from here you'd link off these into a bow, which this comes up a lot, like a lot, specifically with these two monsters. So you would go this effect, do its banish effect, and discard, summon back Trouble Sunny, and then end phase, your bow will come back. And this is what your end board is. It's pretty simple. It's nothing much. Plus, like, the 4 hand traps you'd still have in hand, or the 4 cards that you'd still have in hand for follow-up. Because you don't really discard anything. You discard, I think, at least like 1 or 2 cards, but that's really it. But other than that, that's one of the combos. Let me try and show you guys another one without trying to mess up, because Lord knows that I tend to mess up sometimes on combos. So let's go with what one engraver and what one Kiss Kill can get you. So from here, you'd go, like I said, you would go Kiss Kill first, bait a hand trap, or anything. You go this, that will give you the additional body for Leela, and then you go engraver effect to add. Let me get that in frame for you guys. To add tracked, you go tracked effect, get out your Lurry, then discard, and then Lurry effect to summon. You would go link off this, your Kiss Kill, into Kiss Kill deal, and then you do your generic line where you go deal, dump, sweet. Here you'd go sweet effect to summon, and then you link this off, go into Requiem effect, summon out your Lacrima, and then Lacrima effect will dump, engraver, and then from here, here's the cool part. You'll go tracked, banish, Lurry, and Lacrima to summon your Lacrima. And then Lacrima effect will summon back your engraver. And from here, do not go into Caesar yet, because you need to have only one of these on the field. So you'd go these two into sequence. You go sequence effect. You'd shuffle back Lurry, an engraver, and your deal, so that you have more follow-up, and you still have your Lacrima, Requiem, engrave. So you shuffle all these back, and then you summon out a Desiree. Then from here you would go Leela and sequence into Leela. From here you'd go sequence effect engrave, equip to your Desiree. Then you could do Leela effect, summon back a Kiss Kill monster. Mind you, you have to do this before you do sequence. So on summon, this has to summon this. So then you'd go from here into kiss a kill, summon back your Leela. These two into Trouble Sunny, tribute Trouble Sunny for your 2. Again, you can chain, but you don't have to, and then you get the additional draw. So another. Then you go these 2 again, and 2 again, a bow. And then from here, you would go Engraver Effects, shuffle back Requiem for the follow-up, summon it back, and then you go into Caesar. You would go a bow, banish, discarding 1 to summon back your Trouble Sunny, and then during the end phase, a bow will come back. So this one is really good because it gets you the additional Desiree instead of the Lacrima sending. So I think that's really good in my opinion, because either way you're still going to get this effect to go off once they try and get rid of this. So this is a good other way of getting to your end board. So this is the second combo. Let me try and show you. Let me try and do some test hands for you guys. See if we can play around some stuff. So starting with the additional cards, Lacrima, Frost, Kiss Kill, Ash, and Engraver. Okay, so you would get that same last end board because you get Kiss Kill and then you get Engraver, as well as if you're able to summon the other one, you get an additional body, which is very, very nice. So you can use that additional body to go into other link or whatever you feel comfortable for you. But your end board should at least consist of like still 2 in hand. So a good test hand right here. Let's do one more test hand. So last test hand. Kiss Kill. Okay, you get another 1 card starter. Okay, so it is a good hand. I will give it that. This will get you into the first combo that I showed you guys with an end board of DDD, a bow, and Trouble Sunny. So, and what I mean by this hand is good is, yes, you get your 1 card starter, but you also get Sunny Snitch. And Sunny Snitch, again, you do this line first. You do a normal summon, activate, try and bait out their hand traps. Then you go Sunny Snitch. Sunny Snitch will add you the Omni. So now you got protection with your Evil Twin and Kiss Kill monsters. You don't have protection against your Fiendsmith, though. It's just against your Evil Twin engine. But anyways, that should be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'm going to try and do some more deck lists. Hopefully, I'm also going to try and do some little 1v1s either against my friends or at locals. So we'll see what happens. I'll try and post some gameplay against, again, people at locals. I am going to start doing this thing where me and my friends do, it's called a 3-way fatal, and it's not like you go 1v1s, it's all of us at one, kind of like a Magic the Gathering type, but each player gets their own turn and you can attack whoever. It's really fun, so I'll try and upload some of those for you guys. But hope you guys enjoyed. Feel free to like and subscribe, and hope you guys have a nice day. Peace.